Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial we'll be creating die cut stickers. Die cut stickers is actually the first thing I created when I first unboxed my Cricut Explorer 3, and I think stickers is a good first project to do so you don't overwhelm yourself with everything your Cricut machine can do at the beginning stages of your Cricut journey. After this video, if you're interested on how to make sticker sheets, which is actually one of my most watched tutorials, I will have a link in the description box below. As always, this video will be beginner friendly, so if you are new to Cricut, welcome to the Cricut family, so let's dive in. Okay, so before we get started, let's go over the materials needed. So the first thing you're going to need is some sticker paper. Now you can use transparent paper, you can use glossy or matte paper. This is matte as well. Now as far as the brand, I always recommend this brand. I have tried HTV Ront. It's nothing wrong with HTV Ront. They are a great company. They make great products, but if you're planning on selling them, it's all about quality, and I feel like this brand is the best quality. I played around with the transparent sticker paper one time. I may possibly do this for another video, but these are the options that you may have or may have seen on Amazon when you're searching for your sticker paper, especially this one. This was always at the top. Next, you're going to need some laminate. Now you can use clear laminate, and my go-to for clear is Avery. And for my holographic, I will have everything listed in the description box below. You can go from, you can get a mixed version, which I usually get because I love all of them. And it comes with multiple designs, multiple options, from hearts to broken glass to glitter, multiple things, holographic. So if you just want to get a little fancy and you just want a variety of different colors and different illusions, I would definitely go with this holographic bundle. Okay, next you're going to need some type of squeegee so that you can press the laminate on top of the sticker paper for extra durability and to make it waterproof. So you're going to need one of those. Also, you're going to need a paper trimmer. Now, when it comes to my stickers, I always use something simple as this. You can get this from Michael's, from your local craft store, Joann's, whichever craft store you have in your area, or you can buy these directly off of Amazon. Okay, you're also going to need a cutting machine. In this case, I am using my Cricut Explorer 3. And this is actually the first and only machine I've ever purchased, and it has done well and great so far. I know they newly released the Explorer 4. I love the color, that little that dark gray. Love it. Ash gray. I love it. And here I just keep all of my little knives and things of that nature. But yeah, great machine to start off with. But if you don't have the money to invest into something this large, you can also make stickers with the Cricut Joy. I see a lot of people use those for stickers specifically. Lastly, you're going to need a printer. So as you know, I love my EcoTank 2800. I know they have multiple variations, multiple brands, but I have two of them, one for sublimation and one for regular prints. And I've been using, see how much ink is left? I have printed so much. I've printed bookmarks, stickers, coaster covers, thank you cards, anything you can think of, I have printed, and look how much ink is left. I probably use more paper than ink since I bought these printers. And so that's why it's called, you know, EcoTank. It's eco-friendly. It pretty much is going to last for a very, very, very long time. And the vibrancy of the colors is superb. I love Epson printers. If you can't, if you're thinking about getting a printer for your sticker paper, invest into an Epson printer. Alright, so if you are new to Cricut, you should have already downloaded the software and calibrated your machine. Calibration is very important just to ensure that you have nice clean cuts. So you should be actually on the home page. And you can also get your sticker PNGs directly from Cricut. They do have a Cricut Access starting at that starts at $9.99 per month, and you'll have access to multiple PNGs that you can kind of utilize and print out and, you know, have fun with. I am a Cricut Access member. Anything with this little A next to the PNG, that's part of the Cricut Access membership. And if you don't have access to membership and you want to actually import your PNGs, you can always import them from Canva or other sources like Creative Fabrica. So I'm going to show you how to import one first. So I'm going to go up here and hit New Project, Blank Canvas. And say, for example, you have some PNGs that you downloaded from Creative Fabrica or from Canva. You're going to go ahead and click on Upload, Upload Image, and you can either drag and drop your images into this into this section here, or hit Browse. So just for example purposes, I'm going to drag over, let's see. I love this one. This is like my favorite one. So I'm going to drag that one over and I'm going to hit continue, apply and continue. Now, when you're downloading any type of PNGs from Canva, you're going to always download them transparent so it does not have a background. Cricut does have a remove background feature for Cricut Access members as well, so you can utilize that as well, but it is not as precise as Canva. I've tried it in Cricut software and it still leaves a little bit of the background, which I don't like. So that's just a tip. Hit apply and continue, and then in this section you're going to always, for print and cut, you're going to always hit flat graphic, then hit continue again. And then this section you can go ahead and choose a collection that you would like to add it to, create a new collection for your images and things of that nature, then hit upload. Now it's going to upload pretty large, which this little red icon right here shows you that it is out of the measurements that it can print. So you're going to always click on it and it'll auto resize, or you can always use these margins on the side to kind of, resize them. But you can go ahead and click on auto resize. It's going to bring it down to how large of a print and cut that you can make. But my stickers are usually within 3 inches, so we're going to resize this anyway. Now that's how you import an image. Now if you want to create a sticker from an image that's already inside of Cricut, you're going to click on images and you're just going to search. You can always filter as well, print and cut, and you can type in what you're looking for. Let's type in candy, for example. And then a bunch of images are going to pop up over here, and you can type in as many things you would like to, look up. It's going to pretty much have something for everything. Let's see here. Let me see, candy. And it always is already have, like, print and cut already have the overlay on the outside. But say, for example, there's something, let's go ahead and clear this out. Say, for example, there's a candy that's a basic cut. A basic cut is when you use actual vinyl. And you're like, okay, I like this image. It's not a print and cut, but then I want this to be a print and cut. So what you're going to do is you're going to go up here under operations, and you're going to click print and cut. It's going to automatically convert it. Now, it does not have an overlay. You're going to have to create your own overlay for the sticker, but at least you can convert your basic into a print and cut. Now, what I'm going to do now is if you have the Cricut Access membership, you can always use the create sticker feature. It'll automatically create the overlay and attach it directly to the image. So we're going to do that here, for example, and then hit die cut. So if you don't know the difference between die cut and kiss cut, die cut is just one particular sticker by itself. Kiss cut is like a sticker sheet. So I'm going to hit die cut, and there's multiple options here that you can choose from thin to custom. I always like to go to custom and type in 0.065. I feel like that's the perfect consistency around the border that I'm looking for as far as a 3-inch sticker. Then I hit apply, and I'm going to bring it on down, and then the overlay is going to get larger as I make the image smaller. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that for now. Now, say, for example, you don't have Cricut Access and you don't have access to the Cricut sticker feature, you can create your overlay for free from scratch. So you would use this offset feature. Click on offset, and you see how it's already giving you that little overlay, and you're going to go ahead and size it down to however big and however small you would like to make it, and then you're going to hit apply. Now it's going to automatically become black in the background. You're going to go up to print then cut, make it white. Okay. So now you have that overlay in the background. And let me just create an image here, a little square, so you can kind of see the overlay in the back. Just like that. Okay. So now we have the overlay. We need to attach the overlay to the image so that it cuts out the white part with the sticker. Okay, so now that I have my overlay created right here and then I have my sticker, what I want my Cricut to know is that I want it to have an overlay, plus I want you to go around the sticker around 2 to 3 times, okay? So that's what we're gonna do next. So if you don't wanna deal with this box right here, you can always change the background of your grid by clicking on blank canvas here at the bottom right, then click on color, and let's just choose pink. And then at the top left corner where this little box is, click on that and it'll take your way to grid. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this 2 times. Let's do 2 times or just 1 time. 2 or 3. I'm just going to contemplate if I want to add an extra. I'm going to put that over there. But I probably do 2 times. I feel like if it starts to go around it more than 2 times, it starts to bend the edges of the sticker and then remove itself while it's trying to cut the rest of the stickers on the sheet. So what I'm going to do is for this one, I'm going to just put this right on top, highlight it, click on a line, center horizontally, and center vertically. Highlight all, and I'm going to flatten it. We're going to move that on to the side. Now for this one, it's going to be a little different. I'm going to make this a basic cut. This is the part where it's telling the Cricut, hey, I need you to cut around this image X amount of times. So we're going to click this to basic cut. Then it's going to have this black little overlay. Now, like I said, if I do more than 2, it's going to kind of rip up my sticker. So I'm going to delete this one. And we're just going to stick with going around 2 times. So now I'm going to take my PNG and I'm going to put it right on top of that basic cut. I'm going to highlight all. I'm going to align center horizontally and center vertically. Then I'm going to highlight again, and now I'm going to click attach. Now it's just all one image. The first 2, the PNG and the overlay is, I do want the white outline, and then the one behind it is letting them know I need to cut around twice. So once around my overlay, once around the basic cut, move on to the next image. This is the way you would have to take if you want to not pay that $9.99 for this particular feature, okay? But I don't mind doing either way, depending on, you know, what I'm in the mood for. But since like I said, I already paid for the Access member, I just click on create sticker and just be done with it. But I just feel like it's good to just show you both ways, just in case you just don't want to pay for it. Next, your print and cut feature can only print out a certain size. The biggest that a print and cut can print out is a 6.82 by 9.32. So what you're going to do is, just to make sure you can fit all your stickers on one sheet, go ahead and go over to the side and hit shapes. Grab a square, go up here where it says size, unlock it, and put 6.82 by 9.32. This is the largest that your Cricut machine can print without creating another page, okay? So what you're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and create this as a pin image, so it's just an outline. And then we're going to try to fit as many images. I'm going to just go ahead and send that to the back. As many images on here once you have the right size. So just to make sure we have the right size, I do want my stickers to be at least no bigger than 3 inches. And we're going to send this to the back. That's a pretty good size. It's right at 3 inches. And this here, we're going to make it's a little smaller, and that's around 3 inches wide. Close to. We don't need it to be like too huge. Okay, so we can go ahead and delete that square. So now we just need to duplicate these and see how many of these we can fit. Now you can turn them around, you can flip them sideways, however you would like to get as many images on one sheet of paper as possible. I just want to print one sticker sheet. Now, if you've done everything correctly, over here in the top left corner, you should see the options of print then cut and basic cut. If it just says print then cut, that means one of these free versions have not been converted correctly, and you need to go back and make sure everything is correct as I'm showing you. So for these, again, for these little kitties, they're on the free version if you don't have Cricut Access. And then I used the sticker creation or sticker creator for the candies. The print features or the print set is actually behind your Cricut. So you're going to slide that down. It's going to pop up. And you're going to go down here. Just make sure I'm in the right printer. It's telling me it's not turned on, but I'll be turning it on in just a moment. And we're going to click on media and quality. Now this depends on what kind of sticker paper you'll be using. Today I'll be using matte sticker paper. So I'm going to click on media type and I'm going to click photo matte paper. And it's going to automatically turn your quality to best. No matter which feature you put inside or which quality you choose, make sure the quality is best. And then we're going to hit print, but let me just turn the printer on first. Okay, so I have my settings already pre-selected. I typically would go for the vinyl since I am adding a laminate on top of my sticker paper. So I'll usually go for printable waterproof sticker set transparent. And I always make sure that my pressure is set to more. So they came out really super cute, nice, pretty, and vibrant. So we're gonna go ahead and add the laminate on top. Okay, so that's just for today's video. I think I'm gonna go with the hearts. I typically would use a clear laminate for my stickers, but this is just so freaking cute. So I think it'll look really pretty, especially on top of the candies. So what I do first is I measure. Matter of fact, let's flip it over. So I'll go ahead and measure outside of these black margins. You do not want to cover these. If you happen to cover them, it's going to be hard for the Cricut to actually read these markers. And then it's going to push it out and say, can't read, and try again. So I usually just mark right outside. Then I take my paper trimmer and I trim off the edges. Now always keep my scraps because you can always use your scraps later with a different project. Okay, then next what I do is I peel one side. And I only peel half of it, just like a little piece, kind of like this, because you don't want, let me see if you can kind of see it, but not all of it, just a little lip so that you can start adhering it to your sticker paper. So now sometimes this takes practice. I like to stand up when I actually align my laminate on top of it just to make sure I'm, you know, putting it on straight. But this takes some time. It takes a little bit of practice to get this right. So what you're going to do is you're going to align this directly over, right up under those markers, very lightly, and just use your squeegee to press up a little bit. Then you're going to flip this over. And you're going to push, lift, and push. Make sure you're squeegeeing as you're pushing. And just push, push, push until it falls off, just like that. Maybe some bubbles in there, so just make sure you just go back. Make sure there's no air bubbles or anything. Just like that. Now it's ready to be put on your Cricut mat. Now this Cricut mat has seen its better days. It's probably time to retire this one. It's a lot of cuts on this one. This is the Hello Hobby from Walmart brand, and it has done well. You know, I feel like sometimes people have to hype up the name brand stuff, but sometimes the inexpensive stuff works just as well. So just keep in mind, you don't have to break your bank to make these stickers. You just roll it onto your Cricut mat really well. Now I've already set my settings on my Cricut in the Cricut design space. I already set the settings. So now we're going to go ahead and load it up. I'm going to hit this button. Feed it on in. It's going to read those markers. Now you're going to hit the play button and let it go to work. Okay, I already took some of them off already, but they should come completely out. I did do the layer or the overlay 3 times. You may only need 2, because I feel like after the 3rd time it might start to rip the outside of the sticker. So 2 overlays would be probably suffice. But they came out super cute. You can use 2 or 3 overlays if you would like, but they came out really pretty. I really like this sticker. If you have not seen My Neighbor Totoro, you are not living your life. That's like my childhood favorite movie. We watched that movie so many freaking times, and this is like the kawaii version of Totoro, and she is just so cute. I really enjoyed making stickers with you guys today, so that concludes this video. If you really enjoyed it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment down below if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you guys on my next tutorial.